The challenge of Kenya is not goons. It's rogue police officers under Murkomen. The way to stop lawlessness is to sack Murkomen because he is the cause. These goons, let me ask you, these are police officers who are there. They are under him. So he is asking us to give him what information. Instead of arresting them, the way he said DCI, they have been transferred. So you are just transferring a problem.
So NPS is not independent?
In Witima, the DCI carried out investigations and recommended the prosecution of 12 police officers, 2 members of parliament, Eric Wamombi and Betty Maina. William Ruto stopped that prosecution. He is actually the problem. John Jogona Kawanjiko is an ally of President William Ruto. All those police killer squads that were in Ol Kalou, all of them, one group was under Charles Karondo, the chairman of Communications Authority, who wants to oppose Dede Nyoro in Kiharu. The other one was under Dennis Itumbe. The other group was under Betty Maina and Eric Wamombi. These officers are known by name. Their photographs are there. The videos are there. So Murkomen is asking people to report what? When William says that it has been agreed we stop lawlessness, he is a problem because the man he has appointed as CS Interior is the one who fed these goons. He is the one who was funding the police officers in Ol Kalou. They were staying in a hotel called Royal Garden. He is the one who was paying the bills. They had Prados. State of the art, you saw the Prados.
We've documented them. Yes,
they are documented.
Yes, yes.
So these two men, William Ruto and Kipchumba Murkomen, thinks Kenyans are fools. You know the way William Ruto deceived the people of Kenya in 2022? He still thinks Kenyans are there. He used to say that there is a shortage of fools in the country. I want to remind him, there are no fools in this country. The problem of insecurity in this country is being caused by government itself. And even goons have become very embodied because they work hand in hand with the police. In Ol Kalou, we had police goons who had arms, and we had the ordinary goons. The ordinary goons were being protected by the police, and were all working together. The only problem that is there, and William Ruto must know, and Murkomen, when you grow criminal gangs, you reach a point you lose control, like in Haiti. Because these goons you brought in Ol Kalou for the by-election, now that it is over, you paid them for those days, they must continue eating. That is why you saw goons stop vehicles on Thika Road for 2 hours and steal from people valuables, because they have been working with the police, so they are embodied. And can you imagine, Rogers, where these goons attacked motorists on Thika Road?
Police station.
Pangani police station is 100 meters. Muthaiga police station is 80 meters. For 2 hours, they terrorized motorists and the people of Kenya, and there was no police response. In Witima, where we were attacked, we were terrorized by these rogue police officers for 2 hours, and police did not come. The other day, some investors were there at Carnival. They were attacked by goons. Their jewelry was stolen. Their watches were stolen. They lost their money and their phones. Police did not even show up. So when William Ruto and Kipchumba Murkomen say that they must bring an end to this goonism, the only way we can believe them, one, they must arrest the people who attacked Mweki PCA Church, take them to court. They must arrest the people who attacked Kariobangi PCA Church, take them to court. They must arrest the police officers and the 2 members of parliament who attacked Witima, take them to court. They must arrest the members of parliament who were in Ol Kalou, Dennis Itumbe, Charles Karondo, the police officers and the goons, because Murkomen knows them. He is the one who paid them. He is the one who organized it. So telling us about DCI, that DCI is a joke. I have seen a letter when Albert Ojwang died in Central Police Station. DCI saying that he knocked his head against the wall. You have seen the CCTV footage. He was killed by policemen. Does this DCI have any credibility? Can anybody depend on the DCI in this country to investigate anything? In Ol Kalou, the DCI himself called the local DCI commanders and told them to keep off and allow these rogue police officers sent by Murkomen to do what they want to do. Even the county commissioner himself was tear-gassed by these police officers. So the problem is William Ruto, Kipchumba Murkomen, Raymond Omoro, and DCI Amin. They are all partners in crime. And they cannot pretend that now there is a problem of goonism. The issue is not even goonism. It's police goons and police working with the goons to terrorize the people of Kenya. Let me say that goonism in itself is not a very serious challenge. No goons can sustain attacks on people because people will say no. Why goons have become a problem in this country is because they are working hand in hand with the police. So they give them cover so that when the goons are overpowered by wananchi, the police open fire. You know, I went to Gatundu for a church and Moses Kuria sent goons to attack me. They were dealt with by the people, but police came to rescue them. So it makes the goons to become very embodied. You know, if police decided there is no goonism, even if politicians hire goons, it will be very short-lived because it will not be allowed. I don't think wananchi will allow goons to create mayhem because people will defend themselves. And goons who are not armed with the guns cannot be a threat to people for a longer time. So if the police decided, if the president decided today to abandon goonism, to remove Murkomen from office and get somebody sober, and if he really wants his tribesmen, he has many people who are good, people with proven track record, people of good credibility, and people who have served this country with distinction, among the Nandis, among the Psigis, among the Marakwets, among the Tugens. You know, if he wants another Marakwet like Murkomen, they are there, and we know them. Once if the president makes the decision, because the buck stops with him. Murkomen, all these things doing, he cannot do it without William Ruto. Because William Ruto can see there is a problem. When people are shooting on top of a Prado, like in a movie, it was like a movie. Even Ruto has seen those videos, you know, and there is no war, and the people are not armed. These are innocent voters. And then police with rifles on top of Prados, moving at a terrific speed, shooting everywhere. And William Ruto is trying to pretend that there is no problem. Okay. You know, he's pretending there is no problem, saying that the problem is courts. Oh, when people are arrested, but nobody has been arrested. All these people who caused this mayhem on Ol Kalou, they are still free. In Wetima, they are still free. So what we are saying is, the first step to deal with goonism is to rein in Kipchumba Murkomen and Raymond Omoro. The second step is William Ruto to allow the National Police Service to operate independently and return the command to the IG and ask him to follow the Constitution, to follow the police orders, and to follow the Penal Code, the Criminal Procedure Code, the Evidence Act, the three documents that guide the police operations. If William Ruto today decided, the buck stops with him, by the way. It's all about William Ruto. Even this Murkomen is not him. He is just an appendage of William Ruto. William Ruto is using him. The decision to end goonism, and it's not by issuing a statement in State House. That was the fifth statement in 1 year. He has said, oh, goons must be dealt with. They continue. Oh, goons must be. He's just talking. And everybody knows, in fact, the police are saying he is a problem because he is the one who has allowed Murkomen to take over the National Police Service. The senior police officers are saying, can we get back the command of the National Police Service to the Inspector General? And
if that happens, we'll be able to find the financiers, which rarely happens.
Yeah, it will be done.
Okay.
Allow us to take a short break. Like Murkomen has been trying to say that we are the ones who have the goons. We would have been arrested a long time ago. If these goons were from the opposition, they would be in prison.
So you don't have goons?
I cannot have, because if I had, they would be in prison. Why the goons are there is because they belong to government. That is why nobody can touch them. That is why nobody can arrest them. And when I was in office, we never sent police goons to attack the people of Kenya. The police were there fighting with the demonstrators, but there were no policemen sent specifically to fight the people of Kenya, you know, as far as I know.
So
you know,
who
for
were
the
they
time,
fighting, if not the people? Because lives were lost, sir.
well,
Under police brutality.
in demonstrations, lives were lost, and it's very regrettable. And you are aware, probably you know, that one of the things that made me and William Ruto differ was the killing of the Gen Zs. If you remember, during the 25th protests when Gen Zs were killed, and William Ruto issued a press conference and called them criminals and treasoners. The following day I called a press conference. I said they are not criminals,
Yes.
they are our sons and daughters. My record is clean in matters human rights,
Okay.
in matters the rule of law. I have been, you know, I was a security officer myself. I'm a trained paramilitary officer. I have served in the security sector the better part of my younger life, and I really believe in the rule of law. That's why I'm very irritated and actually very, very offended that people trained to protect life and property can take away life. Ol Kalou has shocked William Ruto and his people because they live in denial. It has not shocked me on the mountain. Ruto and his people thrive on lies and deception. And they believe that money is everything. Deception, that you can deceive people all the time. So he believed in the power of money, chiefs, elders, nyumba kumi, cabinet secretaries, police, goons, but he doesn't know the mountain. I knew of that outcome. I knew the win was certain. I was just waiting for the margin because I know the mountain. And what has happened to this Ol Kalou by-election, I've seen Ruto and his people crying that we are celebrating too much. Yes, we are celebrating because of various issues that are important. One, I knew when I talked to the people of the mountain, since I left office, UDA was dead. William Ruto was finished in the mountain. And I knew that because I'm a man who listens to the ground. I talk to the people. The people of the mountain don't talk much. Even when they're angry, they just sing. You don't see them coming in the streets to riot. You know, when I was removed from office, William Ruto was telling a friend of mine that even people outside my home, a town called Kiamariga, nobody complained. People just kept quiet because that's who they are. The mountain people are quiet people. So I knew since 2024, October, that UDA was dead and William Ruto, his fate was sealed. Ol Kalou was just a confirmation of what I knew. The people of the mountain was just confirming what they know and what they intend to do in the coming general election. Yeah? So it's a shock to them, not to us. As we have just confirmed what we have known all along, and it gives us impetus now to activate the final phase. Professor Kidiki said those words. My answer was very quick. I told him the Honorable Kiarao had not been buried. I told him because of staying with William Ruto, he seems to have forgotten our traditions and our culture. You don't discuss inheriting a man who has not been buried. And I knew he had already started on a bad footing. I also sent him a text and told him if he gets time to read a book by Wole Soyinka that says a tiger does not proclaim its tigerhood, it pounces. He said, atatunyorosha, tutaheshimiana is true. Tumeheshimiana. I mean, it's there. He never even went there to Ol Kalou. And I didn't go either. I left it to my young boys there to deal with that by-election. he was full of bravado. He was breathing fire, saying tutanyorosha huyo mwanaume ataniona, ikimalizika tutaheshimiana. I said yes. But I told him a tiger does not proclaim its tigrishhood, it bounces. Because he's very embarrassed, because he talks with a lot of bravado. But it's okay. I've heard the President William Ruto says, yeah, ni food yes. Sisi ni engineer. And we shall allocate him work as a fundi. You know engineers design, yeah? Engineers design and supervise construction. Yeah, ni mtu ya kufanya. William Ruto today, if you ask him, before we parted, I had a very long sitting with him for 4 hours outside State House. We sat, the two of us. And I was convinced that he was overrated. When I listened to him, I believed he was overrated. And I did give him political advice. Because he had started betraying the mountain, deceiving the mountain, and persecuting the mountain. And I did advise him as his deputy. I told him, Mr. President, I'm your advisor. I helped you to be president. We have come a long journey. I can see the route you are going, and the consequences will be very disastrous politically. I say the people of the mountain hate betrayal, and they hate deception. And if you betray the people of the mountain, they will abandon you and they'll fight you. Please don't. He argued with me. I told him, you yourself, William Ruto, you are a beneficiary of the mountain's distaste for betrayal. When the mountain perceived that President Uhuru Kenyatta had betrayed you, they punished Uhuru Kenyatta and made you president, just to show that they don't like betrayal. And you are not one of them. Please, don't betray the mountain. You will regret. He told me, I have 35 years experience. You are one-term MP. I had him repeat that the same day. You can teach me nothing about politics. I told him it is true. I don't know much as you do. But about matters the mountain, I know more than you do. I told him, you are a builder, and I see you building a lot. You like building. If you have a house you have built, along the way you get more money and you decide to modify it, you go ahead. If you find you made a few errors, doesn't have enough light, you do. You can change the roof, you can change the windows, you can change the doors, you can change the tiles, you can change the ceiling, you can change the wardrobe. That you can do.
Okay.
But unless you are through with that house, you don't touch the foundation of your house. Because if you touch the foundation, you have lost it. I told him, the foundation of your government is a mountain. Don't touch the foundation of your government. If you do, you will lose the government, and you'll be the first president in the world to destabilize his own government. And I told him, if you touch the foundation of your government, you will not have peace until the general election. I went further to tell him, if you touch the foundation of your government, the mountain, you'll be a one-term president. What happened in Ol Kalou is exactly what I told him. President William Ruto took projects in Ol Kalou for 14.5 billion. 14.5 billion. He took a train, he took 2 boats, he took transformers, he graded roads, he took shoes, he took mattresses, he took gas cylinders. He did everything you can ever do for a society, until the neighboring constituencies started asking God whether he could take their members of parliament so that they can also get goodies. He spent 1.2 billion Kenya shillings in cash. But the people said no, because he betrayed the mountain, and the people of the mountain hate betrayal. And betrayal in the mountain has no remedy. Once you betray the people, it's over.